Hey everyone, we're going to be playing through another Pauper League with one of my favorite decks, Mono Red Dredge. I made a video a few days ago and there was a discussion about red mill spells, and someone dredged up a very interesting card. So, all you Pauper weirdos out there, I've got something special for you. Introducing Song of Blood. Ooh, okay, so it's a red mill spell. We get to mill 4 cards, and then whenever a creature attacks this turn, it gets +1/+0 until end of turn for each creature card put into your graveyard this way. So milling 4 cards is great for us. One of the biggest flaws with this deck is if we don't find our Stinkweed Imp, it can be really hard to fill our graveyard. So I'm hoping this will pad that out a little bit. Obviously, this card doesn't replace itself like some of the other mill spells. Malevolent Rumble in the Jund Dredge deck. So it doesn't replace itself, so feels a little bad sometimes, especially if you don't mill over anything useful. But it's got this extra pump effect, which might be really nice in this deck. This deck has a tendency to go wide in the early games, so a well-timed Song of Blood. Maybe we're not only filling our graveyard, but we're getting an extra damage, which brings us closer to a Lotleth Giant victory. And the most important part of this card is the art. We've got a sexy pantheress here to help sing us a song of blood. I hope this doesn't awaken anything in me, but I would say this is probably, I'm not too familiar with Eric Peterson's art, but this must be his magnum opus. And yeah, I think he really cooked with this one. And I'm excited to see how it plays. I'm running 3 for now, which might be a little overkill, but I want it to show up in our games. I want to see how it works. So compared to my last video, we took out the Shambling Shell. Maybe we don't need the extra Dredger. That card was kind of awkward. And then this one kind of broke my heart, but we took out Scourge Devil because the pump effect seemed a little redundant with Song of Blood. It's possible we add Scourge Devil back in because, well, it's just really cool. And, Unearth is better than casting from your hand a lot of the time in this deck. Plus, you get the extra creature. So we'll see on that. But yeah, we're gonna try it out like this with 3 Song of Bloods, and very excited to see how this goes. So I'll see you in round 1. Okay, round 1. We lost the die roll, so it looks like we'll be on the play. And we got a double Song of Blood hand, so yeah, let's jump in. Yeah, let's try it out. Hopefully our Faithless Looting hits something interesting to let us reanimate the Sneaky Snacker soon. We're gonna keep it. I got some new lands. That's another fix from the last video. I thought it kind of fit the vibe of the deck. Okay, we might be against mono red. It'd be crazy if it was a mirror matchup. But I think we're probably against mono red, which is a little tricky. The other, traditional Jund deck, we're gonna play Insolent Neonate. We want more attackers down. The other Dredge deck is really good against the mono red with its Gnaw to the Bones, but we're a lot softer to it. We try to race them sometimes and don't always win, and don't have great tools. I don't know. I guess I just have trouble knowing when to block. Yeah, in this case, I might block because I want to get this Sneaky Snacker in the graveyard for the Faithless Looting. So I think I'm going to block Goblin Tomb Raider and then discard Sneaky Snacker. Okay, getting through these lands at the top of our deck. We'll probably end up discarding at least one land. We found another Neonate, which is actually great for us. So we're going to be able to Faithless Looting, see what we hit. Okay, another Sneaky Snacker and Dread Return. I guess we'll just discard both of those. Sneaky Snacker comes back into play. We have a Neonate. And then, yeah, next turn we could either Faithless Looting or we can Song of Blood and see what happens. Let's see what the opponent does. Looks like they're stuck on one land, so that's going to slow them down, which I appreciate. But they are getting in for 4 here. I think we're going to take it. We're going to take it and hope to mill over something interesting. We'll also see what we draw. Epicure. Okay, so let's try out Song of Blood. Hopefully we mill over some creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4 creatures. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So we get to attack for 11? 11 damage? That's pretty lucky. And then look at this. We are, I think, 1 creature card shy of winning here because we sacrifice 3. We'll have 9 creatures. No, wait, we just win. Lotleth Giant. We'll have 5 creatures plus 3 more creatures. So we'll have 8 creature cards and we win. Okay. A bit lucky on the Song of Blood, but not bad. Milling over 4 creatures, that's gotta hurt. I think we'll probably side 1 out. I always have trouble in this matchup because Golgari Brownscale can sometimes be pretty good, the life gain, but then usually we have to fight against Relic of Progenitus, and then End the Festivities can be quite good if it's sequenced correctly, after a Kudoltha Rebirth. So it doesn't leave a ton of room for these guys. Yeah, I don't know. Put a Brownscale in there. And yeah, I think I'm trying to do too much right now. Brownscale is also good against like the Madness matchup because they have a little more grind potential. Brownscale does well in multiples. I don't want to dilute our game plan too much. Yeah, this deck just feels so awkward to sideboard with, honestly. But I don't know. I'm paranoid. I keep getting these games where they have 2 Relic of Progenitai. We still want to combo off pretty fast, though. I'm trying not to side out the Sign of Blood. This is probably a card we want to frequently side out as well. But let's try it like that. Only 1 Song of Blood, even though it just won us the game. But that was kind of a best case scenario game there. This is pretty good. We don't have any of our sideboard action, but we've got turn 1 Neonate, turn 2 Cathartic, Sneaky Snacker, and then we've got a Faithless Looting to, continue after that. Yeah, Shenanigans is also good against their land, so if we draw a Shenanigans, maybe I can slow down their game plan if they end up choked on mana. They are on the play, so we're already on the back foot. We're already not favored. And the festivities, we'll see. We'll see if we can make some use out of it. It might be too little too late if they have a big Kudoltha Bushwhacker turn or something like that. But yeah, let's start with the Neonate and get rolling here. I don't know if they'll like change their playstyle at all, worrying about the Song of Blood situation that happened last game. They're probably just gonna keep getting in. Yeah, 4 damage. I don't really want to get rid of my Neonate just yet. There's Stinkweed Imp. Okay. So remember with this deck, dredging Stinkweed Imp does not count as a draw for Sneaky Snacker. So we've drawn 1 card this turn. We need to draw at least 2 of these 3 Cathartic Reunion cards in order to reanimate Sneaky Snacker. So what we want to do is discard these 2. We want to dredge for the first draw because we might mill over more Sneaky Snackers. We don't. Now we have an option to dredge for the second draw, which we won't do because I want to get the Sneaky Snacker out. And we still want to, draw some cards. Of course, we draw another Sneaky Snacker. It's going to be a little awkward to get that into play. I could Insolent Neonate block and then have a and end the festivities, and have a Faithless Looting reanimate Sneaky Snacker turn tomorrow. Next turn. Yeah, do I get in or do I leave it back as a blocker? I think we're running pretty low on life, huh? We might be too slow no matter what, but if they Bushwhacker or something, maybe it'll be good to have a blocker and we can still get some value from our Neonate. We could also just fill our graveyard, like maybe Sneaky Snacker is not the way. No more creatures from our opponent. Discard Snacker, but then we can still dredge the Stinkweed Imp. See what we get. Scrapwork Mutt is relevant. Down to 10 life, which hurts. They're going quite wide. Let's see if they Kudoltha Rebirth. That would be pretty nice for us if that was the last card in their hand. Okay, Song of Blood. It's happening. We probably won't attack with that yet. If we could survive 1 more turn, we would have 2 Sneaky Snackers and then Scrapwork Mutt Molten Gatekeeper Song of Blood situation. That could be good. They might just kill us. That's also a possibility. I think we Faithless Looting first. Discard. And then, get back our Snacker. Maybe we wanted to do that post-combat in case they had a spell in case they had a burn spell for Sneaky Snacker. I think we got to end the festivities. Just narrow their board a little bit. And then Neonate. We have the option of blocking if we want. Okay, they're going to blood token away a mountain, so they're digging. They could, if they don't find anything, they'll probably sacrifice the synthesizer. Yeah, I think we still want to get in for 2 damage here. Next turn we could potentially have a pretty huge attack. Clockwork Percussionist is pretty awkward. So if they get in for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we're dead to a Fire Blast. They can also discard. But I kind of want to keep this guy for the attack next turn. I mean, it's possible Song of Blood just loses us the game. That would be pretty karmic after the first game. We don't lose to... We lose to Galvanic Blast. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think we got to block. I don't want to lose to Galvanic Blast. We're going to just keep filling our graveyard. Yep. If we could find, yeah, we have the combo. So if we survive this turn, I think we could win. Yeah, we might have it. Pylons. Graveyard. We have 2 Scrapwork Mutts. We have 2 Molten Gatekeepers. 1, 2, 3. So we need to... I think we're just going to Molten Gatekeeper, and then Song of Blood. And pray. I think we're in a pretty good position to win this. I don't know what they have in their hand. They might have a burn spell to kill one of our creatures. But I think we can still fight through 1 burn spell. We'll still have our 3 creatures to sacrifice. Yeah, Song of Blood, what do we mill? Scrapwork Mutt, Dread Return. So only 1 creature. Only 1 creature, but I think we might still have it. They could have like Cast into the Fire. That would be pretty bad for us. Cast into the Fire we would lose to, because they would kill our sneaky snackers and then we wouldn't be able to Dread Return. So fingers crossed. They don't have anything. It's not enough to kill them on the attack. But if they're going to kill my snackers or anything, they'll probably do it now. They need to kill 2 creatures with 1 card in order to proceed. The Song of Blood's a little redundant here. I guess it helped fill our graveyard a little bit, but even if we attacked without it, they're still within death range, so the pump is not making a huge difference here. But if we found just 1 more creature... Okay, they do have Galvanic Blast, so good thing we blocked. They kill a Gatekeeper, but it's not going to be enough. Right? Damage, Dread Return, Lotleth Giant, sack, sack, sack. And that's it. I think we did it. All right, that was a pretty good showing for Song of Blood. I don't know, I'm into it. I'll see you in round 2. Okay, round 2. Pretty happy to win that first one, especially poetic considering our last video ended in a loss to mono red, so that was exciting. This is a pretty good hand. We've got Neonate, Scrapwork Mutt, Cathartic Reunion to start churning through our deck. So we're going to keep that. Set up our graveyard here. Ooh, black duress. Okay, there goes Cathartic Reunion. It's a little bit sad. It could be the Broodscale deck. I know they like Duress to sort of protect their combo. We're going to play Neonate, start getting in some damage, hopefully Scrapwork Mutt next turn, hopefully find some other action. Black Dragon Gate. It's like a black gate deck. I don't know if I'm familiar with this one. We'll see. Black-green. Yeah, it might just be the Broodscale deck. Let's play Scrapwork Mutt. Discard an extra mountain. Yeah, awkward. It would be nice if we could have found that Root Walla last turn for the Scrapwork Mutt discard, but that's okay. Okay, we got a Jund deck, and we got some... The land swag is off the charts for our opponent, so that's a little bit psychologically intimidating for me. We found Stinkweed Imp. It's awkward because we don't have any discards. So let's attack with the gang. I don't usually hardcast Molten Gatekeeper in most matchups, but you know, given our hand, I might be doing that right now. Just feels awkward to cast a Neonate. I'm not sure yet if I want to be discarding the if I want to be sacrificing this Neonate to cycle through our deck. Probably soon if nothing else happens. Okay, Chrysalis. So we're done attacking, probably. Chrysalis blocks everything. This Eldrazi spawns block everything, so unless we find a crazy Song of Blood, I don't think we're attacking. But it's good we have the Gatekeeper down. We'll be pinging in for some damage and moving towards our combo. Cathartic Reunion is very good. Yes, that is very pleasing. We're just gonna, Cathartic Reunion, discard Root Walla, Stinkweed Imp. We want to pay attention to what we're dredging. You know, maybe we dredge Stinkweed the first time and we have the choice to dredge again, but maybe there's sneaky snackers to consider. I don't know. We'll see. Against Chrysalis, though, we kind of want to just, you know, we can chump block it for a little while if we need to. We kind of want to just get our combo going here. Dredge. Oh, yeah. Dredge. Not a lot of creatures, but get to dredge 3 times. That's pretty interesting. We found Faithless Looting. We found Scrapwork Mutt. We found the combo. Lotleth Giant, Dread Return. We're a little scared of a Bajuka Bog or something. So let's do our best to avoid that. Yeah, our attacks just are not good here. Yeah, we could try to get in for the Scrapwork Mutt, and if they kill it, we can reanimate it. We've already got one in the bin, though, so maybe we'll treat it as a blocker. I might be blocking with Neonates, and if I'm going to sacrifice them anyway. Let's see, Deadly Dispute. Yep. There's the Broodscale. And plant token. Yeah, so they have their combo almost put together. They're about to be at an infinite power creature. And if they have that other drain card, then we're done for. We could try to win this turn. I think we could try to win. It'll involve discarding. It'll involve dredging these Stinkweed Imps with the Neonates. We have a Scrapwork Mutt, which also helps us with that. We only have 4 creature cards in the graveyard, 5, 6 with the Neonates. Okay, buddy. Yeah. Make a big creature. Any bets on how big he wants to go? Just a 5/5. Very demure. Cathartic Reunion will help us fill our graveyard even more. I think we could do it this turn. This is a crazy amount of dredging. You ready? Boom. They're totally tapped out besides infinite colorless mana. Oh gosh. Sure. They get to cash in on my neonates. That's very nice for them. 8 creature cards. We're very close. Discard. Make sure we don't mill ourselves. Dredge. 12 creature cards. I think we have it, but let's just be safe. Stinkweed, Stinkweed. Dredge. Dredge. 16 creature cards. We didn't find that many more creatures there, but yeah, we're gonna bring back no, we're not gonna bring back Gatekeeper. That would be superfluous. We'd be trading 1 damage for 1 damage. We cast our giant, we zap them, and it's over. Very nice, very nice. Okay, so for this matchup, Seal of Fire is okay. That's kind of what we have as an instant speed zap their Broodscale. It kind of sucks if they just hold it and then they like wait and adapt. They just double adapt it. That can be pretty bad. So Seal of Fire is not a perfect solution, but we're going to give it a go. I think they don't really run Graveyard Hate. I think they have like Weather the Storm, so I'm not going to bring in Shenanigans. Let's hope to dodge Nile Spellbomb or Bajuka Bog, things like that. Yeah, nothing else here seems like it would be good. Leaving in 1 Song of Blood for some mills, but we're gonna we gotta shave 1 more card, huh? Duress. They have Duress as well. Sorry, I think I gotta take out Song of Blood. It's just not very good in this matchup. We'd rather have Cathartic Reunion. Not like this. Okay. Mulligan. We need some lands. Okay, this is keepable. We've got Seal of Fire. We've got some creatures. We got to put something back, probably an Epicure. Okay, we just need to combo off faster than them. Faster than the best combo deck in the format. How hard could that be? I might save my Seal of Fire for now. Slow roll it a little bit. Yep. Land swagger off the charts. Malevolent Rumble. They pick Sadistic Glee. Okay, so they have that in their hand. So we're in danger. We're going to surveil, put the Molten Gatekeeper in the graveyard. We'll get in for 1. Yeah, the question is, do we play Seal of Fire? I think so, because if they go Broodscale into Sadistic Glee, we're in trouble. Seal of Fire at least buys us a little bit of time, and we can still use the Conduit Pylon mana to draw a card off the blood token. So I don't really love our chances here, but we're gonna see what we can do. There's Chrysalis, so we might be taking some damage soon. Yeah, end of turn. Blood token, discard. Lotleth Giant. Get another Epicure. Gatekeeper. Very awkward. Very, very awkward. I think we want to try to hit a land. Scrapwork Mutt doesn't do too much for us. Maybe we'll find a Stinkweed Imp later for that. So I could discard Scrapwork Mutt just so we have, yeah, the Unearth abilities. We found our land drop. We found a Stinkweed Imp. Okay, not bad. Not bad. We'll play Neonate just because it's a free Stinkweed Imp discard and Dredge. It's also a good blocker if we need. Good chump blocker. We've got Seal of Fire. You can see it's nice in this situation that we can activate at instant speed, but you know, they're reaching the amount of lands where it's not going to help us too much. It looks like they don't have a Broodscale, maybe? They're passing. Huh, I wonder what they're working with. There's another Scrapwork Mutt. Probably just want to Scrapwork Mutt. Start filling our graveyard. There's another Lotleth Giant. Then we will Epicure. Whittle them down. Whittle down their life. Blood token will be great for Stinkweed Imp. But I don't know. We're in a pretty precarious position here. It looks like they're just waiting. They're charging up. They're fueling up. They're waiting for the right time to sort of bypass my Seal of Fire and get their combo in place. There's the Broodscale. So yeah, so I think if we shoot this with the with the Seal of Fire, they're probably just going to activate Adapt. So that sucks, but I think we're going to do it. Make them spend the mana. Okay, they gain Hexproof. They gain 2 life. Sure. So they have a big creature. I don't know if they'll have their other combo piece, but they might not be able to play it this turn unless they have another land. So I don't know. We might have to win this turn, which is not impossible, but it's unlikely. Ichor Wellspring. Drawing cards. I better auto yield to this. It's getting troublesome. They have 2 infinite power creatures. 2 buddies, 2 Eldrazi buddies. So if they attack with that, we'll probably just block with the Neonate, use its ability. We want more creatures in our graveyard. Viscerator's Insight. Draw 1,000 cards. Yep. Looking for... I don't think they've played a land yet this turn. Do they have any way to give trample? More Ichor Wellsprings. Yeah, they're rifling through their deck. There's their land. There's a creature. They're going to attack, of course. We don't have to block, but might as well. You know, if they don't find their other combo piece, we might be in chump block mode, so let's just prevent this damage while we can. Discard Stinkweed. Dredge Stinkweed. We find one creature, which is not quite where we want to be. They've got 19 life. There's a suspicious storm counter here. Do they have Weather the Storm in hand, or just in their deck? Does that show up when it's just in their deck? Yeah, Weather the Storm would have cooked us there. What do we want to do? Faithless Looting is not really great. Found a land, which I like. It's probably... Do I like Gatekeeper, Scrapwork Mutt? I think the most damage plus mills we can do, we can Dredge Stinkweed him twice, either 2 Scrapwork Mutts or Scrapwork plus Blood Token. So that costs 3 mana. So the extra 1 mana may be better to Molten Gatekeeper, so we get a couple extra triggers. Yeah, but we're gonna need to get insanely good luck with our mills here if we want to win. Yeah, that 2 life from the hexproof kind of sucks for us. Puts them a little more out of range. Yeah, I think we only milled 2 more creature cards. We have 1 Dread Return and 3 Lotleth Giants. If there's a way to set up like a double Lotleth Giant. If we find another Dread Return, we can bring back 2 Lotleth Giants, I think. So maybe that's our out. Discard, draw. We did. Okay. So we want to Dread Return, Lotleth Giant, sack, sack, sack. We want to sacrifice the 3 that won't get exiled, so they'll go into our graveyard. Lotleth Giant. Damage. Boom. And then Dread Return, Lotleth Giant, sack, sack, sack. And we got there. We did it. The dream is alive. All right. Oh, what a relief. Okay. Wow. That was very exciting. My heart is pounding moderately faster than it usually is, so very exciting. Okay, well, we'll see you in round 3. We're doing well so far. Okay, round 3. We're up 2-0, so a very exciting start. We're on the play. I like that. Okay. I think we keep this hand. It's a little bit awkward, but we've got the Sneaky Snacker plan. We've got our combo pieces. So, given that this is game 1, we're just going to try to get these Sneaky Snackers in play, hopefully draw into another draw outlet with the Faithless Looting. Otherwise, the Flashback will get the Sneaky Snackers into play. Faithless Looting, another Lotleth Giant, and a Voltaren Epicure. Okay, a little awkward. We're gonna do that. I notice I say the word awkward a lot playing this deck. It's because it's a very awkward deck, because you can't play your stuff half the time. Okay, Vault of Whispers. Is this like Affinity or something? Affinity with no 1-drop? We will see. Okay, Scrapwork Mutt, we are pretty happy to see. Surveil. We can Yeah, we need to draw that third land. So we want a Scrapwork Mutt. We're going to discard Lotleth Giant. Since we have 2, in case something weird happens with our graveyard, we've got a backup. And we'll pass the turn, hoping to Faithless Looting into 2 Sneaky Snackers next turn. And then imagine if we draw Song of Blood. So if this is Affinity, I think it's an okay matchup. We have to watch out for their Toxin Analysis, Wrath with that Karak Clan Shaman dude. That can hurt us pretty bad, but and the lifelink sucks, but this is a winnable matchup if this is Affinity. Okay, another mountain we don't really care about. We're gonna hit for 2. We're going to flashback Faithless Looting. We're gonna discard Dread Return and Lotleth Giant. Dread Return and Mountain. Usually I would discard the Molten Gatekeeper, but looking at our hand, our next turn play might be Epicure into Gatekeeper, so maybe we'll keep that possibility. What do we want to draw here? Anything to find us a Stinkweed Imp would be great. Song of Blood would deal quite a bit of damage. Our opponent's still kind of setting up. This is some kind of like mono black sacrifice deck with the artifact package. Okay, so they can kill one of our creatures with the ghast, but we don't mind too much if any of these die. So let's swing in with the gang. Let's see. If they Scrapwork, they would block Scrapwork Mutt and kill one of my snackers. Do I care about that? I'll get him back next turn, but I'd almost rather keep getting in damage. Yeah, we'll play the Molten Gatekeeper, we'll play the Epicure, ping them for 2. So we got a lot of damage in already. Our opponent is not too far away from being Lotleth Giant, honestly. We need to find something. We need to find something to fill our graveyard. Song of Blood would go crazy here. Yeah, I was doing some early testing with Song of Blood too. I feel like there's a lot of these situations where I was wishing it was in my hand for the pump effect. So maybe we play more. Oh, Crypt Rats kind of blows for us. Okay, maybe we played into that a little bit. But it doesn't kill our Gatekeeper, and we can get our snackers back, and that's more damage, so I'm not too upset about that. Yeah, we can, get our snackers back potentially if we draw from the blood token, draw from the Scrapwork Mutt. I don't know if it's worth just sacking them now to the Dread Return for 4 damage. Or just keep the pressure on. Yeah, let's, because I don't think they're gonna just nuke me when I attack them, right? Let's make this a little more awkward for them. Lotleth Giant for 3 damage. Not that much, but 4 damage with the Gatekeeper. But it's a lot harder for them to wrath that away with the crypt rats. We're gonna attack. They're gonna kill my snacker. With the ghast. Possibly. Or would they create a treasure token and try and get to 5 mana for Lawless Giant? Oh, I see. Okay, Crypt Rats X2. Sure. But if they do that now, we still have Molten Gatekeeper reanimation for next turn. Yeah, that didn't seem that good for them. I don't know. I was scared that they were going to hold the Crypt Rats to the end of the turn and then I can't bring back my snackers, but now we totally will. Draw a card, another Rootwalla. It's possible we are supposed to Gatekeeper here. It's less damage next turn, but we get 1, 2, 3 more damage in now. Could have been 4, 5. Wait a second. It's so awkward. I don't like doing this post-combat, but our opponent is so low that it seems pretty good. Discard, draw. If we find a 1-drop, oh, there's the Song of Blood. Cast the Rootwalla. Damn. Okay. Yeah, a little awkward with those hasty creatures, but I don't know. Maybe there was an argument for saving that for next turn. They might just have another Crypt Rats. Okay, Packdoll Terror. Yep, they can drain us. They can make us discard. But I think they're pretty much done here. Of course, because I have the strongest card in the format in my hand, they didn't really ever stand a chance. Come on, Panther Mommy, take us home. We milled 4 creatures again. Let's go. It's about sending a message. All right, how do you like that? -28. Okay, well, we're bringing in, so I don't know what that was. It was like a black artifact deck. Someone is testing out something spicy, so happy to see it. It took them a little while to get set up, but Packdoll Terror is really rough for us, so that's a huge target, shenanigans target. We also probably want to get rid of their lands if we can, and whatever. They're going to have Nile Spellbomb, I think. We got to shave down some things. Song of Blood. I don't want to... Yeah, I think I got to shave a Song of Blood. You know, I'm bringing in 3 sorceries, so I don't want to take out a bunch of creatures. So we'll try it like that. We'll leave 1 Song of Blood in for spice. And it was kind of overkill that game, so... You know, with the shambling gas and stuff, I don't know. It's not as good, but we'll see. And the Crypt Rats Song of Blood is not really good against the Crypt Rats. We made it work, though. This is a mulligan. Ooh. We probably keep this on 6. It's a little land heavy, but Faithless Looting could be anything. Sure, they got Spellbomb. Spellbomb we're not too scared of. It's not as bad as Relic. They activate it once, we fight through it. I hope we can find a Shenanigans, because that'll force their hand. They either need to activate the Spellbomb or start losing stuff. That's awkward. Well, I want to discard one Sneaky Snacker. I don't want to lose them both. If I discard 2, they're definitely activating Spellbomb. I'd like to have a chance to get this one back. Refurbished Familiar. Yeah, that sucks. We don't have anything to cast next turn, so maybe we'll... yeah, this is getting a little gnarly. Spellbomb plus the Refurbished Familiars are surprisingly good. I guess we Scrapwork Mutt. Yeah, we might just have to lose the Snackers and work towards the combo. The Snackers aren't even that good into these, so if they want, they can activate their Spellbomb. If not, next turn we can flashback Faithless Looting. You know, when an opponent is hovering an exile spell like this, the game is to get as much value out of your graveyard as you can before they activate it, but sometimes things can go south if you don't do enough to get them to activate it and they're holding it over you the whole game and you're kind of holding back, and then before you know it, you've lost. They're down to 2 cards. They're not activating the Spellbomb yet, so that probably means we get to Faithless Looting, which is good. They have to activate the Spellbomb in response if they don't want me to get my Snackers back. Gosh, basically just choosing what to throw away, huh? Does Gatekeeper do that much for us here? I'm not sure if I just throw away the other Snacker. We're going to lose all 3. I want to keep the Dread Return. We probably need the Epicure to dig deeper, so we probably... yeah, we are drawing a very Spellbomb vulnerable hand. Okay, interesting. They're sacking that to kill my Mutt, and then they're going to Spellbomb without the card draw. That's fine. Yep. Feels bad. We're starting over from scratch, and our opponent is not. Wellspring. Yeah, if we started the game with the Shenanigans and started zapping their lands, that would have been pretty cool. But, you know, it wasn't a great starting hand. It was a little bit awkward, and then the turn 1 Spellbomb, you know, this might be destined to be a loss for us, but we'll see. We could get some crazy sequence of things off of the Epicure and the Blood token. We could draw Faithless Looting. Yeah, now we need to go full steam ahead and try to I don't think Cathartic Reunion is that good for us here. Our hand is so empty. Yeah. In another universe where we had the Sneaky Snackers, Cathartic Reunion would have been crazy. Instead, we get a Blood token. Probably end of turn will be... using it to rummage away the Dread Return. They've got a 3-turn clock on me, though. Probably faster once they play Pact Altair or something. Okay, this is some kind of like Gardens deck, I guess. Okay, another Spell Bomb. This game is over. I'm gonna be honest. This game is very over. They've got a lot of card draw to find their Grave Hate, and they did. So a little tough for us. I don't even know what we could draw. Probably got to use the Faithless Looting in the graveyard. Get some value out of it. We got a creature. Fear my lizard. But we're really not doing anything here. They probably just hold the Spell Bomb until we have like a Lotleth Giant. We'll see what we draw. We'll see what we draw just for the memories. But they've got us pinned into a corner. Bleak Coven Vampires. They drain me for 4. Whoa. That's kind of... So that's how it feels to get Song of Blooded. Just kidding. This game was over. Okay, Adepto Terra. Touché. Touché. Yeah, we're going to take the Song of Blood out. We need to just hit our combo as fast as possible. And the Festivities could be good. Just maybe like a one of. It hits Crypt Rats. It hits their Refurbished Familiars. It hits the Shambling Ghoul. It's not good against Pact Altair, but yeah, we'll try it. We will try it. We're on the play. We've got our Stinkweed Imps. So let's hope to dodge a Nile Spellbomb, or we'll fight through one. And yeah, we'll be a little clever about when we're discarding what. Like, probably we're going to discard Sneaky Snacker and 1 Stinkweed Imp. There's Shenanigans. That's very good for us. We don't want to discard all of our important stuff into the graveyard in case they turn 1 Nile Spellbomb, but Shenanigans will be very good for us. Do I even Dredge? Probably not. Let's try to hit our 3rd land drop, and then Shenanigans. They'll probably activate in response. Yep. But they don't get the card draw. And Shenanigans is still in our graveyard, so they might have a double spell bomb to get rid of it, but then it's already completed our job. Yep. They get to draw a card. Yep. But just like that, with 1 Shenanigans, we've fought through 2 spell bombs. So maybe it's done its job. Be crazy if they had a 3rd one. Scrapwork Mutt. We're gonna discard Stinkweed Imp. Let's just fill our graveyard. Found a Molten Gatekeeper. There goes our End the Festivities. If they make us discard with a Refurbished Familiar, so be it. Yeah. If we still had the End the Festivities, or sorry, if we still had the Shenanigans, we'd definitely be shooting down their lands, but that's all right. That is quite all right. Can't tell if I should be getting this Sneaky Snacker in play. Molten Gatekeeper. I kind of want to just attack. They block, they'll create a treasure token. But they won't be able to zap down another creature. Okay, they're going to sack it. Yep, I should have realized that they would get some value out of it that way. Wait. Oh, it doesn't count as dying. Okay, so they just blocked it, but it does not count as dying for their ability. I think we just keep filling the graveyard. I don't know. Usually, once you get to 3 lands, that's what you want to do. We found another Scrapwork Mutt. Okay, we lose our creatures in a Sea of Sorrow. Bummer. They get to scry to the bottom. So they're not finding, they're probably looking for another Nile Spellbomb. If we draw 4th land, we can get the Snacker into play. What are the odds of that, though? Or if we draw like a Cathartic Reunion or something. Okay, we do. Yeah, so I could have Stinkweed Imped there, but in this situation, you know, we're going to get lots of Stinkweed Imp triggers off the Scrapwork Mutts, especially if we find that other land. So let's, and this is a good board to attack into, so I wanted to take that risk. Discard Scrapwork, Sneaky Snacker, Dredge. Yeah, we're kind of in a danger zone here if they find another Nile Spellbomb, but I think we gotta just keep filling our... Oh no, we screwed up the draw. We can't get Sneaky Snacker back. Okay, so we're on full Dredge mode then. Damn. It's okay. Now that it's in the graveyard, we can Faithless Looting to get it back. Potentially. We've got another Stinkweed Imp. We don't have Dread Return yet, but we do have Lotleth Giant. Yeah. We're close to comboing off. They've got a handful of cards, though. That's not too good for us. Oh, watch this. Surprise Lizard. Haha. Refurbished Familiar's worst enemy. Let's see what else they got. Anytime they tap more than 1 mana, I'm happy, because I'm just really scared of Nile Spellbomb. I should stop talking about it. Ichor Wellspring. I think they're digging for it. They must have brought in at least 3, maybe 4. It's an artifact deck. Okay. Whew. Okay. Things are getting dicey. We could win this turn. Right? Because I could be on the Sneaky Snacker reanimate plan, but I think we'd rather just find a few more creature cards and then kill them with the Lotleth Giant, because any turn they could draw their spell bomb. So yeah, let's mill a bunch of creatures. We find the Dread Return. We find 1 more creature. We can Scrapwork Mutt, Dredge, Scrapwork Mutt, Dredge. And because they helped us get the Root Wallet into play, we have the 3 creatures we need to Dread Return. Yeah, we're going to go for it. I think the time is right. If we can find at least 6 more creatures. Neonate, Snacker, Lotleth Giant. Okay. Actually, we're losing creatures every time we reanimate one of these, so that's not good. 14 creatures. Ah, shoot. We're one short, right? Because it's really 13 when you take the Loth Giant out, but then it's back to 14 with the Root Walla. But I think we do it anyway. We do it anyway because our graveyard might die at any moment. It doesn't really make sense to attack into this. So just get him down to 2 and then hope that we can piece together a victory next turn. Probably the path would be Molten Gatekeeper, or Molten Gatekeeper, Sneaky Snacker. Yeah, they're still digging. Okay. They're still eviscerating. That was expensive for them, though. They really need to find it. Because if they don't delete our graveyard this turn, then we just win. This does not look like a Nile Spellbomb turn for them. Yep. Draw Shenanigans. We don't need it. So what we do is Molten Gatekeeper. That's 1 draw for the turn, and we're going to get 2 more from Faithless Looting. Discard, discard. And then the Molten Gatekeeper triggers should finish them off. Yeah, we did it. Okay, very sneaky. Whew, fought through 2 Nile Spellbombs. You saw how good Shenanigans was there to get rid of both of them, essentially, in the first couple turns of the game. And yeah, that was awesome. Cool, cool, cool. See you for round 4. Okay. Round 4. And we got some stuff. Yeah, we'll try it. Faithless Looting could be anything, even our good cards. And Cathartic Reunion, maybe we can get a few creatures down for some Panther action. Okay, red. Against red again. Okay, little too much draw. Okay, Sneaky Snacker and Dread Return to the... Maybe Molten Gatekeeper. Thinking we can do something funky with the Sneaky Snacker plus Gatekeeper plus Song of Blood. Turn 3, we'll see. Okay. 2 red mana with nothing else is pretty eerie. Not gonna lie, I'm kind of spooked right now. Yeah, let's Conduit Pylons. Get an extra card into the graveyard. Yeah, we don't want to draw that mountain. Let's Cathartic Reunion, discard Dread Return, and Mountain. We get back Sneaky Snacker. Oh, I see creatures. Okay. We'll see what the opponent does. This isn't a very good target for them to kill. Okay. They're going to do it anyway. Okay, Chain Lightning. Sure, I'll allow it. I mean, if they're a burn deck and they're already shooting down my recursive creatures, that's not a very good sign for them. Because of that, we probably want to Cathartic Reunion plus Epicure. Discard Root Walla, discard Scrapwork Mutt? Draw 3. Sneaky Snacker is back. And then we have a land for next turn. We can start filling our graveyard with Stinkweed Imp. We've got an Epicure. What do you hear? Do you hear a song? I hear some sort of song in the distance. Synthesizer, okay. Opponent is finally starting to play Magic and the Festivities. Okay. Okay, main deck and the Festivities in red. All right, well, it worked out for them, didn't it? Okay. Getting in some damage. What can we do here? We could, like... No, we need to rebuild our board a little bit, I think. I want to get out... Maybe I just cast the Molten Gatekeeper? It's a good blocker. They might kill it. That's fine. And then Epicure, keep pinging them down. Just want to have some creatures set up for... I think we can sneak attack them with the Song of Blood. If not, we got plenty of other action. We got 2 blood tokens. It's possible that turn I should have like done a Faithless Looting thing, but yeah, I figured this would draw out another burn spell, which is fine. People seem to be scared of that card. It is a combo card. We don't really combo off with it, but it's a nice little extra bit of damage. There's the Rebirth. Okay. Another Tomb Raider, but now they don't have any artifacts. I assume they'll have an artifact to play next turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage potentially. They might kill us. Maybe I'm doing too much to make this Song of Blood work. Maybe we need to just be milling. What do we mill? Gatekeeper, Dread Return, Scrapwork Mutt. We don't have any giants yet. We could get the Sneaky Snacker back. Or we can Neonate as a blocker just in case. And then probably will be blood tokening. I think we're fine using a Scrapwork Mutt here, actually. Just keep filling the graveyard. Yep, we found a giant. We're at 12 creature cards. Okay. We are in a position where we might be able to steal this game if they don't kill us this turn. Yeah, we're whittling down their creatures. Let's see what happens. We're in a position where we could... I'm assuming they're going to attack with everything. They have a Bushwhacker? No? They don't have artifacts, so I'm not that scared of Galvanic Blast, but they could potentially have... They have 2 burn spells, that's 6 damage. They have Fire Blast as well, that's 10 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. They don't kill us even if they have Fire Blast and 2 burn spells. Do we play it safe? What could they have? Galvanic Blast, Fire Blast. I'm going to play it safe. We want to mill more cards anyway, so we're probably not losing that much damage. We'll just block here and cash that in for a Stinkweed Imp Dredge. Or it could be a Root Walla. Dredge. More creatures, more imps. We have 16 creature cards in the graveyard. Now we have 17. So I think we kind of win without the Song of Blood, right? We just bring back... We have essentially 16 creature cards in the graveyard. And then we can attack with a couple of them. I'm just worried about reanimating these and them dying to burn spells, which they seem to be representing. So maybe we reanimate 3 Molten Gatekeepers, because they can't get rid of all of them. And then we have the Root Walla. Yeah, that's what we do. Then we have the Root Walla discard as another. If they get rid of 2 Gatekeepers somehow, oops, we still have the Root Walla discard. Yeah, they might zap this guy. They're thinking about it. Kill him. But there's another one. And another one. Unearth. Okay, we're down to 14 creature cards. They must be feeling pretty good. We're gonna attack. This is the surprise lizard. And we even get to dredge more from the blood token, just to be safe. But we have more than enough creatures at this moment. Dread Return, Lotleth Giant, sack, sack, sack. And we did it. Okay, that was a little bit of a slow start for them, but I'm glad we won game 1, because we're probably going to be fighting against Relic of Progenitus now. I don't know. Whenever I don't bring End the Festivities in, they have like a double Kudoltha Rebirth. Whenever I do bring it in, it's all Tomb Raiders, which have 2 power. Definitely need to bring in the Shenanigans. I don't know about all 3. Sometimes we can just win by shooting down their lands. Song of Blood seemed like it was a little awkward there. But there was a window where it could have won us the game, but it didn't. Did not. They just have a lot of creatures. Song of Blood is really only good if they attack in, and we're bringing in more mills. We'll try the Broodscale. I'm not sure how I feel about this card yet, but I had one game in the last video where it was decently good, but we might have won that game anyway. I don't know. Go down an Epicure. Try it like that. I don't know. Yeah, we don't need all 3 Shenanigans. Sometimes Shenanigans is not good. Okay, we have one in hand, which is nice to start with, and we've got, yeah, no turn 1 play, but we've got enough action here to start filling our graveyard. We're on the draw, so that sucks. Okay, Starting with Great Furnace is potentially good. Maybe we can... I'm hoping they like choke on lands or something and we can shenanigans that away. 2 shenanigans, okay. I'm going to start with the Surveil, see what we get. Cathartic Reunion. It's good. I'm worried about missing our land drops later, but Cathartic Reunion with Stinkweed Imp and Rootwalla is pretty good, so let's just keep our cards close to our vest. Synthesizer, Great Furnace. Okay, they have a double Great Furnace draw, so if we can survive some attacks, maybe we can cut them off some of their land. They're only down to 3 cards in hand. Yeah, let's do this. Shoot that down, pass the turn. A 3rd Great Furnace and a Relic of Progenitus. Okay. Well, they don't have that much damage in their hand, but we're a little slow here and they're whittling us down. That's kind of a bummer. Now we've got to... So I could Cathartic and try to find a land, or I could shoot the Relic now, which they'll sack in response to draw a card. Or we could Cathartic, try to hit a land. We'd be getting the Neonate out if we do. We'd be getting the Rootwalla out. But yeah, I want to hit that land drop though. Discard these 2. I don't know. It could be right to just shenanigans their Relic, but if we hit a land drop, I'm feeling a lot better about our chances here. Cast the Rootwalla. That can stop the bleeding a little bit. I'm going to see if we draw land. I think we got to bring this back. That sucks. It's okay. We're holding on. Sure. We'll discard one of our beautiful mountains. Protect Chandra and her mom. Oh, double Relic. Boo. Boo. I swear these relics come in 2s. I mean, I think we're just gonna... Yeah, slow them down as much as possible since we're obviously on a very slow start here. Ay, ay, ay. Does it even make sense to shenanigans right now? If I could get them to... I just need to hit my land drops, I think. Get some creatures down. So we'll get a Rootwalla down. They're down to 1 card in hand, so we cannot find a land though. We probably will block. They know we have the shenanigans too, so that's not good. And the festivities. That's really good against us, as you can see. Cathartic Reunion. We gotta hit a land. I don't care what it takes. It's possible we like fill our graveyard a little bit, try to get them to trigger one of the relics. I see. They're going to do it in response. Yeah, so we just got to fight through these relics. Finally get our land. Get a neonate. Now what do we do from here? They're going to draw at least some cards from the relics. That's sucks for us because we're getting pretty low. It is a bummer to block the percussionist because they get to get another card off of that. They hit a mountain off of their synth, so that's not very helpful. Okay, they're digging. Yeah, they want to close out this game. I might just block. Just try and run them out of damage. Kind of sad about it, but it's okay. Another relic. Okay. Okay. Triple relic. See if we can beat this. There goes neonate. What's our plan? We have 2 draws. I don't know if there's some way to set up, like, bringing back these sneaky snackers. If we get them to trigger a relic. But ultimately, I don't see how we get them to trigger a relic this turn. I think we gotta just fight through these relics. Try and get some value out of our graveyard while we can. Like we probably tried a Molten Gatekeeper. They let it through. Yeah, let's just try to get what we can out of our graveyard. They're running out of cards, but I don't feel great about our chances. We were going to attack. They've got 2 cards in hand. They've got essentially 4 more potential cards on their board between all of these. I didn't mind doing that with the Stinkweed Imp because we've got some like dummy cards in the way. So they can't exile our choice stuff unless they... Okay, they hit another mountain off of the synthesizers. That's good. Probably going to hold up some relics. Do we attack? What do we do? I don't know. This is very awkward. I can fight through a relic, maybe 2, but 3 relics. Very, very tricky. I can... try to force their hand with... I want to get in with the neonate. Probably leave the mutt as a blocker. We're going to Faithless Looting. And then in response to that, we're going to try to get a Sneaky Snacker back. See if they allow it. Discard Mountain and Faithless. Will they let it happen? No. Guess not. I see. Okay. They're back up to 4 cards, so we're in trouble. And I'm playing really slowly. Sorry, everyone. Just a very tough situation here. Okay, I'll play faster. We got some... Yep, we want to exile the mountain. They're creating more tokens. They get a Tomb Raider. Play Tomb Raider. Maybe I did need that third shenanigans. Let's block the vigilance. That's probably going away with the next relic. Yeah, they're just going to do that now. Okay. Now we need like a crazy cathartic reunion run or something. This is a fine blocker, I guess. Okay, playing a little faster. Shut your mouth, Jeremy. Galvanic Blast. Clockwork Percussionist. They're going to swing in with the gang. Oh, Bushwhacker. Ay, ay, ay. Yep, it's over. It's over. No, I can't watch. No. Okay. That's fine. God, they drew so many of those. That's the kind of thing we cannot fight through. I think 2 shenanigans is fine. Yeah, I mean, does the Broodscale even help me that much? Like, if our concern is Relic of Progenitus, then maybe we just focus on the shenanigans. Broodscale, like, delays, it blanks, like, a couple creatures in the big Bushwhacker attack. Yeah, Conduit Pylon's hurting us in this situation. Otherwise, it would be keepable if that was a mountain. We're on the play. That's going to help us. Okay. This is like the last hand, but with the mountain. We're going to keep... I want to keep my combo pieces. I don't want to put any to the bottom. I want Cathartic Reunion and Faithless Looting. I want shenanigans. So, sorry, Rootwalla. We'll see. I mean, sometimes it's right to just throw a combo piece away and hope we find it again, but in this situation where God, they're gonna relic something, aren't they? It's okay. If they play a relic, tap it. Okay, no relic. We would get rid of the Dread Return since we have another one in our hand, and then we could shenanigans it. I think we are on the shenanigans their land plan. They don't run that many lands, so sometimes that can be a blowout. They found one. Found a Tomb Raider. It also is debuffing their Tomb Raiders. So that's cool. Question is, do I get it back? In case they have a relic, in case they're slow rolling a relic, maybe. We would have drawn a Rootwalla, that would have been cool. Let's get on the board. Do I get rid of another Dread Return? Do I get rid of Cathartic? Been holding on. We need to refuel our hand, though. Yeah, we're going to end up discarding the Dread Return to Cathartic anyway, so I really want to hit my third land drop. Galvanic Blast. Getting rid of my blocker. Okay. That slows them down. Getting in for 2. No relic in hand, it seems. Okay, I'm glad we saved the Cathartic. We need to draw a land. Let's mill first in case we hit a sneaky snacker. We don't. We hit a shenanigans. We don't hit a land. It's a little tough. It's very awkward. We milled over all of our lands. And they've got no artifacts to shenanigans. Very slow. We hit our land. We probably play a blocker, but they're probably going to use a burn spell on it, but that still slows them down 3 damage. Yup. Okay, getting in with the boys again. Smack in my face for 1 damage a turn. Got 5 creature cards in the graveyard. Don't want to draw that. Let's see. Molten Gatekeeper into our 1-drops will do a little bit of damage, maybe. Set up for some self-mill next turn. Maybe some combo potential. Next turn we can Blood Token plus Scrapwork Mutt, which will let us Dredge 5 twice and potentially have enough creatures to bring back Lotleth Giant. Okay, they're using their bolt on my creature, which will be exiled at the end of the turn, so it's not bad. I'm not mad about that. Gotta play fast, gotta play fast. They find an artifact, so my blockers are not so good anymore. They find a mountain. They play End the Festivities. So we're going to discard. We got to hope they don't have a relic. We're just going to dredge. Yep. They get in for 4. Yes. We really need to find a way to get 3 creatures out. Scrapwork Mutt, Faithless Looting. Yeah. We're going to swing in with this Scrapwork Mutt. Our best bet is to survive 1 more turn, unlikely, and find like some Molten Gatekeepers to combo off next turn, which we didn't. So it's looking like we're probably dead here. We need a hit. Yeah, we're done. All right, good game. Good game, good game. We were close. I think we just had a few awkward things going on. We dodged the relic that game, but not fast enough. So see you for round 5. 5-0 Dream is dead, but the 4-1 Dream is alive. Okay, round 5. We're gonna be on the play, and good news, we have our supporter Midna and Wow. Pretty interesting hand. Let's try it. It is how you say awkward, as many hands in this deck are awkward, but there is a world where we can get double Sneaky Snacker next turn. If we draw a land, we could try to blood token into a land. Okay, Faeries. Faeries is tricky. Faeries is a very tricky matchup. Unearth is good, but they can probably deal with our combo. They can run away with it if they draw too many cards off of a certain ninja. I gotta hit my land. The question is, what do I discard? We do. Okay, watch this. Swing for 1. Land, neonate, immediate discard, Sneaky Snacker, bring back 2 Sneaky Snackers. They have a lot of blockers, so if any matchup was not a good Sneaky Snacker matchup, it might be this. But we didn't know what we were playing against. In Ninjutsu, let's see if they leave a mana up. They don't. They play back this Fairy Seer. They're scrying. What did they scry the first time? Looks like they're making a tough decision here. They did 2 bottom, and now they do 2 top. Uh-oh. They probably sense I'm some kind of combo deck. Maybe they topped some counter spells. This kind of sucks. We don't really have anything to play. We'll Conduit Pylons. If we hit Faithless Looting, that would be awesome. We don't, but prevent land draw next turn. We gotta just pump out some damage, I think. I don't know. Maybe it's correct to leave back a blocker for the Moon Circuit Hacker. The fact that they left this back makes me think they're going to ninjutsu again. So our days are numbered. Of one mind, that's what they're saving it for. So they're drawing all those cards they left on top of their library. They're probably holding up Counterspell. They're going to get to loot. End the Festivities is really good in this matchup, so that's probably the main thing we're bringing in. Oh, this is the new version with Harrier Strix. I've been wanting to try this version. Okay, so we got to watch out for that. They're going to tap down our permanents. Yeah, we're just drawing nothing. Oh, I guess I could have played the Root Wallow last turn. Very sad, but maybe we do that. I'll try to get in with these. You're gonna snap. Okay. Yeah, we're not in a good position. I mean, doing nothing for 2 turns is not how we win this matchup. We really need Faithless Looting, Cathartic Reunion. Faithless Looting would be great because they can counter it, but then we can flash it back. Yeah, this is not good. We can play a very sad Lizard. But this one might be a wash. Just our hand did not come together. I don't know. I saw 3 Sneaky Snackers and got real excited, but looks like that was not the way. quite possibly the worst situation to have Sneaky Snacker, and yeah, no follow-up. We're kind of flooding out now. It's very bad. Yikes. Not even Song of Blood could save us. Yeah, they're drawing 1,000 cards. I mean, how do they lose at this point? This is everything a Faeries deck wants to be doing. Ninjutsu? They have no more ninjas, it looks like. But they're just holding up lots of counter magic, and they've got lots of card draw. Yeah. Cathartic Reunion looks terrible here. We discard Sneaky Snackers, and then they counter it. We got to do it anyway, though, because if we draw Faithless Looting, we can at least get the Sneaky Snackers back, but it's probably too little too late. Yeah, Spell Stutter, even worse. Yeah, that about does it. They're in total control. We kind of drew nothing this game. Yeah, in theory, the triple Sneaky Snacker start can be really good, but really depends on what you're up against and if we draw a follow-up. Down to 9. Another Root Walla. Oh, our deck is playing tricks on us. At least the 3-2 dream is still alive. I mean, they basically win. We'll probably scoop in one more turn. But at least we get to cast these handy dandy Root Wallas. Oh my god. Now that's just cruel. Nullify on my from hand Root Walla. I think I just took psychological damage. These fairy matchups, they really just mess with your head. I got force spiked in the last video. That was awesome. Yeah, neonate. That does not do anything for us. Okay. End the festivities time. Song of Blood is not that good. So sad. Is it worth having a breath weapon for... is it worth having a breath weapon for their ninjas? Maybe. But they probably just counter it. I'll try it though. Cathartic is pretty bad there. Faithless Looting is good. We want to keep our unearthed creatures, because those can't be countered. Yeah, I think we got to take out another Song of Blood. We'll keep one in. Yes, we'll be on the play. This is a hand. I think we'll keep it. You know, it usually takes them a couple turns to set up. We're on the play. We just need to find a land off of the Faithless Looting. We can start dredging. I don't even think they run Grave Hate usually, but it's possible. It's possible they have a relic. Okay. No land. But we can get double Sneaky Snacker next turn. No, they're gonna counter my Faithless Looting. Force Spike, Spell Pierce. blue elemental blast. Oh, that's what I should have brought in. I should have brought in some pyroblasts. Ay, ay, ay. Pretty bad. Yeah, we should have brought in some pyroblasts. I think that was an oversight on my part. I was just so tilted by how good End the Festivities would have been. Now we're not drawing lands. What a sad way to end the video, you guys. We were doing so well. We were running so hot. Oh. Now yeah, we really can't be missing land drops in this matchup. Kind of running away with it. Now they've got enough, yeah, these first turns are so crucial. Now we cast Cathartic Reunion and get it countered. At least we could get Root Walla into play. But I think we have to, and if we draw another land, we can Faithless. We just got to fight through some of their counters. That's our only chance. They've got play Root Walla. They have a counterspell. Yep. Counterspell. Cool. We'll get in for one, sure. Let's pretend like we're playing Magic. We'll probably block the Moon Circuit Hacker. No, it's the Harrier Strix. So good here. Excuse me. I don't know if you can hear, my cat is meowing. Minna. She wants more time on camera, I see. No, she doesn't want to be in my arms at all. Okay, back to the game. Yeah, I think we're on the wrong side of variance this match. It was bound to happen. Discarding an island. Well, if we draw in the Festivities, we could still be in this. That is our one in the Festivities, and it doesn't get countered. That's a big if. Faithless. Looting. Okay, they don't have a counter. Discard these two. We get our snackers. Do we try to find End the Festivities? I don't think Neonate does that much for us. Okay. I'm too traumatized by the Harrier's tricks to attack. I think we leave back our blockers. I don't want them to keep looting. Yeah, we really need to draw in the Festivities, I think. Ninjutsu. Wow, they could replay the Harrier's tricks. This is my first time playing against it, but I do play Faeries a bit on my own too, so I was very excited to see that people are using that card. Also, Owl's Rule. I don't know if there's any Guardians of Ga'Hoole fans out there, but that is my upbringing. I mean, should we just be dredging? Like, I don't know. We could dredge, we could find the combo, sack our whole board, and then get it countered. Yeah, sucks. They must have counter magic if they didn't replay their Strix. I mean, maybe we're just on like a blocking plan. We can run them out of counter spells with the Faithless lootings, maybe. We can block all their important threats. They might have Brine Barrow Intruder to ruin our life, but what can you do, you know? Do I want to trade with 2 creatures? Do I want to chump block? No, I want to try to trade. See if they have the Brine Barrow Intruder. They do. They have everything. Oh, no, they're ninjutsuing. Okay. There it is. Wow. And then they have the Spell Stutter back in hand. Cool. They draw another card. Jeez. So they have Spell Stutter, so even if we draw in the festivities, it's no good. Molten Gatekeeper, but they're getting in for at least one, two, three, 4, 5 with the Spell Stutter. Do we just play Molten Gatekeeper? They could counter it if they want. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, we ran them out of cards. They can draw more cards off of this. Oh no, that's a loot. Okay, so here's what needs to happen. They need to draw nothing. They need to attack with everything. We'll block. We'll kill their ninjas maybe. At least we have the ability to block their ninjas. We'll go down to 1 life. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, they can draw a card. Discard an island. Boo. We need to draw. We need them to not have a counterspell, and we need to draw End the Festivities right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they need to not have any ninjutsu. It's a lot of what ifs. And even then, their Brine Barrow Intruder survives. Ay, ay, ay. And they drew Spell Stutter. Well, let's pack it up. The end. The end of our journey. The end of our league. Well, we kind of went out with a whimper there at the end. The variance gods eventually punished us because that's what happens when you're running a 4-color deck with only mountains. But that was fun. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, thanks for joining me. Song of Blood, it didn't come up that often. I feel like it was really good that one game where we stole the win, but then a couple of the other games we didn't really need it. It didn't make the difference between winning and losing. I don't know. I want to test it some more. It's certainly cemented itself as a pet card, and it has a special place in my heart. So we're gonna try it out some more. Maybe I'll take one out and bring a Scourge Devil back in. It's possible running the 4th Molten Giant with Song of Blood could be cool. Yeah, I don't know. I need to work on the sideboard a little bit too. So if you have any suggestions for sideboard cards I might be overlooking, that would be great. And What else? What else happened? Yeah, the red matchup is still a little dicey, but it is winnable. So maybe something to help with that that's better than that Dredger, that Golgari Dredger card that I have in there right now. Yeah, anyway, that's about it. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the deck. You can see how it can be really cool and really fun and really strong sometimes. So, yeah, I'm probably gonna keep playing it from time to time, among other things. And yeah, so I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.